from users that broke his heart. People hated using WebEx. They dreaded video calls because the software was so unreliable. Technical problems were ruining important business meetings, job interviews, and family conversations. Yuan realized that WebEx had solved the technical challenge of transmitting video over the internet, but it had failed at the more important challenge of making that experience human and natural. In 2010, Yuan made a proposal that would have transformed WebEx and potentially changed the trajectory of video communication technology. He presented a detailed plan to Cisco's leadership for rebuilding WebEx from the ground up with a focus on simplicity, reliability, and mobile compatibility. Yuan's vision was radical for its time. Video calls should work on any device, require no training or setup, and be so reliable that technical problems became rare exceptions rather than daily frustrations. He wanted to create software that his grandmother could use without help, that worked equally well on smartphones and conference room systems, that made video calls feel as natural and reliable as phone calls had become decades earlier. The technology existed to build this software in 2010, but it would require abandoning WebEx's existing codebase and starting over. It would mean cannibalizing a product that was generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue for Cisco. Yuan's presentation was technically brilliant, strategically sound, and commercially realistic. Cisco's executives said no. The rejection of Yuan's WebEx rebuild proposal became the moment that launched Zoom. Yuan realized that he had two choices: accept that video communication would remain clunky and frustrating for another decade, or leave behind his comfortable executive salary to build the software he knew was possible. In June 2011, at age 41, Yuan submitted his resignation to Cisco. He walked away from stock options worth millions of dollars, a prestigious title, and the security of working for one of the most stable companies in tech. His former colleagues thought he was insane. Why would anyone leave a VP position at Cisco to start another video conferencing company? The market was crowded with established players like Skype, GoToMeeting, and WebEx itself. Video calling seemed like a solved problem that didn't need another solution. But Yuan understood something that the market had missed. Video calling wasn't a solved problem. It was a problem that had been abandoned halfway through the solution. The existing software worked well enough for early adopters and tech-savvy users, but it was far from the seamless, reliable experience that would make video calls mainstream.
Yuan's approach to building Zoom was shaped by his 14 years of frustration with WebEx's limitations. Instead of starting with features and adding reliability later, he started with reliability and built features on top of an